Welcome to another episode of PhotoshopLightroomTV. I'm your host Marek Mularczyk, and in this new episode, the first in this 2014 episode of PhotoshopLightroomTV, I'm going to talk about I'm going to talk about video in Photoshop CC. Now there will be some specifics to Photoshop CC or Photoshop on Creative Cloud. So I've got this video here that, or first of all, to start with, you can easily open videos in Photoshop, in case you didn't know. So I've just opened this video here in Photoshop, and the timeline panel appears straight at the bottom of the screen. And I've got this video here, okay, which I can easily play. I can scrub through it. It appears as a layer in the layers panel here, a layer 1 for the video. Now, what I'm thinking here is, actually, this video I'm creating was inspired by the recent video webinar I was attending with Brian and Julie Hughes from Adobe and Howard Pinsky, and they were showing them some great tips in Photoshop CC. And that's exactly what I was thinking. I was watching this webinar. I've got this tutorial of this Sony Xperia M, and what if I wanted to remove the Sony branding here from the phone on this video? Okay. So what I was first thinking was, okay, I would scrub the playhead to where it starts or where it appears. Let's say maybe here. And what I could do is, because it's black found in here, I could probably use hidden brush tool, or let's see, or probably patch tool. So I could use the patch tool here, just trace around it and just move it. Okay, now Photoshop allows me to do it because it's a video, it's not a smart object, so I can do it here. Then I'll just use select, deselect. Okay, now when I move the playhead, it's actually back because I've only removed it on one frame. So that's not the solution. So what Howard showed us, it was a really great solution to this challenge here. What you can do is you can convert video to a smart object, right? And there's a number of ways you could do it. You can use the menu, filter, convert for smart filters, or here in the layers panel, you can right click on the layer and convert to smart object, right? And then what you can do now in Photoshop CC is you can run camera raw as a filter. Right, so camera raw filter, it opens in a separate window, and because it's a camera raw, there's a number of things you can do in here. So for example, I could make it a bit lighter and maybe change the temperature a bit, increase the temperature, make it a bit warmer, right? Okay. And I could click OK. I'll get to the Sony branding in just a second, and it changes across the entire frame. That's the point I'm trying to make here, right? So now this is an HD video, that's why it may take a bit longer to render it. Now because I applied camera raw as a filter and applied it to a smart object, this is a smart filter. So what it means is I can edit it at any time. Or I could actually hide it if I don't need it. So you can see that the changes have been made. So I can come back to camera raw, and now here in camera raw, use some retouching tools here, right? So I could use spot removal. Now you know this new spot removal, amazing now in Photoshop CC and Lightroom 5. So what I would do here is I'll reduce the size. I'll reduce the feather, no feather, much smaller, probably even a bit smaller. I'll paint over it. Now this is good. It took a sample from a strange place, but kind of looks good. But I'm going to move it anyway. So I'm going to move that here, or maybe to the here. Here we go. This looks good. Oops. Control Z on Windows, Command Z on the Mac to undo if you do anything unexpectedly. Okay, so it's gone. Now I'll click OK. Seems to be gone. It's going to play it. Now it is going very slow because Photoshop is rendering it, but it is playing. You can see the playhead is moving, and the branding is gone. Well, not on the entire. Well, now that's where it gets a bit tricky. If you move the object, like I moved the phone in here, it's back. Yes, because I've worked in this area here on the image, and that's where healing brush tool is doing all the work. So you need to be really careful. If you've got something that doesn't move, like something in the background, then yes, that's perfect. But if you've got something that's moving, then you need to do it again. So just something to keep in mind. But for here, as soon as I don't move the phone, it looks perfect, right? And I've got this video. I could just export it here straight from Photoshop. So I could export it to HD using H.264 decoder and put it online or play it, right? I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. This was Photoshop Lightroom TV, a new episode of Photoshop Lightroom TV with retouching on videos and smart objects. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.